Eddie Gray. Colin Jackson to Danny McGrain for Scotland. Masson's in unmarked position there in the box. Well, England can't afford to allow that to happen too often. Took up a beautiful position there. Jack Charlton.
That was a good move by Don Masson. He took up a very good position, a good ball in there. He didn't catch it quite right, or England really could have been in trouble.
They brought big Colin Jackson up on the far side. Joe Jordan, brilliant header of the ball on the far side also. England coming back now. They've brought everybody back, in fact, inside their own area. Floated in there deep, a long way, and Clements saving well from Kenny Dalglish. And Clements furious in the way that Dalglish and a couple of other Scots were allowed in there. Jack.
He was entitled to be angry here because he was allowed to run free Kenny Dalglish when he really should have been picked up.
Now Rioch and Masson are over this. That's Gemmell doing a bit of organising there. Rioch, who has a tremendous left foot shot. Masson might well play the short one to him. Lifted it, in fact. There's the shot.
It's interesting the way they took that one, Brian. He lobbed it in the air. Obviously wanted him to play a volley, a dipper over the top. He just played a little bit too far away from him, but Bruce Rioch's left foot's lethal, and he just didn't get hold of it.
Gemmell. And a good interception there by Roy McFarlane. A gap opening up ahead of him. Taylor away on the left. Here's Peter Taylor. Played nicely there. Look at McFarlane's run here. And a chance to cross it in again towards Shannon. Goal! McFarlane, the architect of a brilliant opening goal for England. Scored by Mick Shannon. Jack Charlton.
Roy McFarlane did extremely well here. He kept going for this ball. It started to move and kept running for it. He fell off the tackle brilliantly there. The cross was obviously, he was going to play it in with his right foot, and I thought the Scottish left back just left his man a little bit here. A perfect header by Mick Shannon, the sort that we look for from him.
So England get that vital first breakthrough with 11.5 minutes gone. After Scotland had had more of the play in that opening 11 minutes. So now a test of their character as Forsyth plays it back to Ruff, and certainly a test of the calibre of this young Scottish goalkeeper. McFarlane. Here comes Scotland. Played inside for Danny McGrain. Picked low, and it was Phil Thompson who got that away for England. Kennedy, Keegan, the ball out of play. Scotland's throw. Rioch. Oh! Very nearly an own goal by Phil Thompson. The two Liverpool men there, Clements and Thompson, patting each other, but they know just how close that was.
This is what you call a centre-half's nightmare, a ball coming off the deck just in front of you as you go for it. He was very lucky that he didn't score an own goal.
So it's a corner for Scotland. Masson's going to take it. Floated in there once more. Oh, against the crossbar there from Joe Jordan. Jack?
Said Joe would cause some problems, and this is where he's most dangerous, competing in the air for balls like this. Just on top of the ball. Actually, it was a foot out.
Jackson up there, number 5, number 8, Don Masson, Eddie Gray with his corner. Floated in once more. And he's there! Scored by Masson! Is the man who scores the equaliser.
That was a terrible goal from England's point of view. Too many people stood watching the ball, no one went and attacked it. Don Masson took it off the top of his head here, didn't really know where it was going, but it fitted in the corner. And look at all the England players stood in front of Clements. Terrible goal.
So 1-1. brilliant start to the game with about 18 minutes gone. Masson. Played forward by Eddie Gray on the far side now to Kenny Dalglish. Jordan in the middle, Gemmell coming in fast. Oh, and that was so close. Clements didn't grab that at all. That would have been down to the goalkeeper, I think, if that one had gone in. Todd for England. Offside, said the linesman, and that looked very debatable. Here's the chance at the other end.
Yes, Ray Clements was a bit careless with that one.
Foul by Kennedy on Rioch, free kick to Scotland. Half an hour gone, 1-1 we stand. Mike Shannon for England and Don Masson for Scotland. Donachie with a long, long cross there towards Joe Jordan. He's won it in the air. He could win it in the air again, but he couldn't put it past Clements. Kennedy. Shannon making the break. Showing good skill on the ground, and looked like a fair challenge that by Archie Gemmell. Shoulder to shoulder, free kick already taken. Peter Taylor now with a deep cross there. Pearson jumping at the goalkeeper, can't possibly be allowed. Although Keegan whacked it in, never a moment of doubt that Pearson was in fact jumping at the goalkeeper. There he goes.
Yes, he turned away from the ball, it was a foul.
Well, they brought Jackson up again. Dalglish is in there, Masson is in there once again. Nobody picking up Masson, and Jordan's header once more. He's dynamite in the air, Jordan, when they take those corners. Pearson again trying to run away from Jackson to get that yard. Flicks it now for Francis. Now a shot by Francis over the top. Made a nice little angle for himself there, Jerry Francis. Really competing in the middle of the field. I know Jack was saying that the Scots have the edge there, but it isn't for the competitive edge of Jerry Francis. Made a nice yard for himself there, Jack.
Yes, he did. I thought the ball should have been really a clip for Kevin Keegan.
In fact, he's taken quite a knock, I think, Pearson. Oh, but here's Francis for England. Shannon waiting in the middle. Francis, oh! Just a yard wide. But a corner. Frustration there showing on Jerry Francis's face. He wriggled through into such a good shooting position.
I can't understand Mick Shannon's reaction here when Jerry Francis goes inside and hits the ball. He turns round and he's not pleased, but Jerry did exactly right there.
So a corner to England. Peter Taylor with it. Joe Royal, in fact, has already got his tracksuit off and will be coming on in a moment, although we're right on half-time as Taylor takes this corner. Masson gets it away. Ray Kennedy there for England. We're now into injury time at the end of the first half. Masson. Oh, here's a great chance for Scotland now. Dalglish is right up there, going hard. Still going hard. No penalty. The penalty not given, and I think England might have been a bit lucky to escape with that. There we go. Does he take the man?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He didn't touch him.
Referee absolutely right. I was in the wrong. Half-time whistle, 1-1. Don Masson the scorer for Scotland. Mike Shannon the scorer for England. We take a short break, and after that we get the views of Lou Macari and Dave. Played forward again there, but Scotland closing very quickly, and it's Donachie. Long ball forward there, McFarlane versus Joe Jordan, and Jordan's got past him. Todd really coming back hard, and still he got it in there to Kenny Dalglish. Could be very interesting. Saved now! Between his legs a goal! Ray Clements prostrate on the ground. He probably makes one mistake a season like that, and it happens to come at Hampden Park. Dalglish, the scorer. Terrible mistake by Clements.
Great Joe Jordan here. Looked up and didn't put the ball where he wanted to play it. Back across the middle of the park. Kenny Dalglish did well here. A lot of people would have had a smash at it, but he didn't. He controlled it and made his chance. He's very lucky to get away with it. It goes right between Clements' legs. Unfortunately for Dave, what a shame.
Scotland 2, England 1. Ray Clements, well, a heartbreaking afternoon for him. Can you cut out the studio sound? Francis now. That will give Scotland just the impetus they wanted. And now McFarlane. Cherry there first, but Shannon is offside. Donaghy, Jordan had such a big part in that second Scottish goal. Whistle gone, free kick to Scotland. Joe Jordan playing it for Bruce Rioch. McGrain. Dalglish, a little touch from McGrain, right through. Is this number 3? No, it's not, because Clements did well there. 7 yards out of his goal like a flag. Jack?
Danny McGrain is a fullback, and it shows very much so here that he is a fullback. He didn't really have a clue what he was going to do with the ball when he got in that position.
Keegan is up and he's about his business again as Doyle plants his free kick forward. Here's Peter Taylor, trying to get a bit of change out of Danny McGrain. This time, there's the good cross there. Shannon was almost in there. Wanting a corner. And the referee says no. Taylor, for once, getting past McGrain. Shannon getting in there with a header. A good, clean header. And a goal kick. Doyle winning it well in the air for England. Now Donaghy. Oh, that's the ball that Cherry's won, and now here's Taylor. Now can Taylor rifle one into that Scottish net? He can't, and he had a chance to. Mike Shannon in the distance there, you say, come on, keep at it. That really happening for England, though.
I thought Peter Taylor, when he was played through here from Cherry, would have really gone into the box with a bit of aggression, but he didn't really do anything aggressive at all. Scotland, it's a pity they're going to win the game on a controversial goal on a slip by a goalkeeper. They deserve to.
Well, maybe they're not going to win it yet because Shannon is right through there. Great work by Forsyth. Tremendous piece of defensive play by Forsyth. Don Reeves' face tells everything there. He thought we'd snatched a winner for England out of nothing, but for the tremendous piece of defensive play by Forsyth. Well, now here's Kennedy. Left foot. Goal kick. Ironical, really, that it should have been Forsyth, the man who was criticised, the man who they felt really wasn't quite up to international play in the back four for Scotland against England. But was right through there. It was big Tom Forsyth who saved that day for Scotland. Almost a smile on the face of Willie Ormond on the right there. My goodness, he deserves to have a grin as broad as it can possibly be, because his team has performed so very well this afternoon. After going that goal down, taking the game by the scruff of the neck. Shannon trying to play it wide, but Todd really knocked to the floor there by Forsyth. Shoulder charge of the old-fashioned type. Dalglish, and again McMill's getting in just as it seemed that Joe Jordan was on his way. Referee looking at his watch. Here's Peter Taylor. Francis now. The long ball swept to Ray Kennedy. It's going to be an afternoon of heartbreak for England, and particularly for their goalkeeper Ray Clements. because his terrible nightmare mistake. But it's going to settle this game as the ball goes back. Scotland have won it, and they've won the home international championship outright for the first time since 1967. The Scottish flags and banners are everywhere. Ray Clements, the goalkeeper of England, whose uncharacteristic bloomer early in the second half, poor man, he knows that it was his mistake that cost his side the game. And Scotland go out and applaud their crowd who have supported them, as a Scottish crowd always supports its side. Willie Ormond, the manager who has beaten England by 2 goals to 1. A really great day for Scottish football. A match they've won with style, a victory they thoroughly deserved. As I say, one of their best performances against England for many years, against an England side that had all the impetus of a good start and simply was unable to capitalise on it. There were question marks against certain positions in the England side, against the way they played. There wasn't one single question mark against the way Scotland played in a really memorable victory. The crowd are giving them the sort of rapturous welcome at that end that every man in a blue shirt deserves. Well, there are question marks for England as they now depart for 3 matches in America, but more important still, in June for a World Cup qualifying match in Finland. Archie Gemmill going out with the trophy that Scotland have won outright. Great moments these for Scottish football. A quick last word from Jack Charlton.
It's nice to see Scotland with that cup, actually. They deserved it. It's strange that all the times I've played for England in an international competition, we won that several times. I never saw it once. That's the first time I've ever seen it. And a good psychological moment for Scotland to wave it about.
So now we take a break, and after that break we get the verdict.
Welcome back to Hampden Park. The cheers that you can hear on the ground and the waving of flags behind me indicate that Scotland have become the home international champions, as Brown has said, for the first time since 1967. Let's have a look at that home international table. 3 wins, albeit all matches played at home, but worthy wins, 6 points. England losing today, just those 4 points, 2 wins against Northern Ireland and Wales. Wales winning by a single goal last night against Northern Ireland, and Northern Ireland conceding 8 goals without any victory at all. Let's get impressions now of the second half from our 2 experts, our guests, Dave Sexton and Loum Bakari.
Well, congratulations to Scotland. They thoroughly deserved their win. I thought we, that is England, were unfortunate in the sense that we brought on Trevor Cherry at half-time to staunch the flow in midfield, and just a few minutes afterwards, Scotland scored their 2nd goal. And so we've now, just at the moment when we want to go forward, we've got a defensive player in midfield. So that was unlucky for us, and it could have gone the other way, and we could have scored the 2nd goal.
Yeah, but the way Scotland were playing, I must say, they were always looking impressive in the second half. I mean, you'd forecast earlier, Lou, that you thought England might win by a single goal, so you must be very impressed.
Well, I'm delighted, obviously. They played tremendous, the team, you know, and they're worth watching. Whereas watching the England team, I can't see how people would pay money to go and see them. The Scotland team, everyone wanted to play, and there was a lot of flair there, individual ability. But the England team just seemed to be sort of static, nothing at all.
I must say, Scotland had the chances to take the lead, really, by half-time, and it was very much with a run of play when Scotland scored 3 minutes into the second half as a result of 2 very bad mistakes by the English defence.
Well, I don't think that's so much a bad mistake there. There's tremendous strength by Joe Jordan and speed, and a great run, and a really brilliant cross to Kenny Dalglish. And that's gone through Ray Clements' legs.
I mean, he'll dream about that mistake for the rest of his life, Dave, won't he, really?
It just goes to show it's always pays to get a shot off if you can, because even with the very best of goalkeepers, that sort of thing can happen.
Well, here it is.
And here's this tremendous run by Joe Jordan. And this was a really terrific pinpoint cross because he's running at top speed, which is nicely controlled by Dalglish. and he takes the full-back on, and there goes the shot. 999 times out of 1,000, it's saved.
Let me ask you this, Dave, very briefly, if I can. Remy really has problems. Don has his problems now. Just how do you think he can solve them?
Well, I don't think he's got too many problems. You know, the defence looks sound enough today. I think it's just up front, really, that in the first half we looked quite sharp when Pearson was playing well. We had a target man, but in the second half we didn't have a target man, whereas they had Joe Jordan, someone to play off. So if we can sort that out, I think we'll be OK.
But Jackie Charlton said, Lou, that this was a good enough side to play with any side in the world. You would agree with that?
Yes, on today's performance, Scotland played tremendous, and regardless of the result, that's what you look for. You look to see hope for the future. And as far as the World Cup's concerned, I think there's more hope for Scotland than there is for England.
That's a perfect note on which to end. Thank you very much indeed, Lou. Thank you very much, Dave. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back very soon with the headlines, the scores, the results, all the things you need. So don't go away. Welcome back to Hampden Park, and the one headline that matters as far as this country is concerned up here is that Scotland are the new home international champions, having beaten England by 2-1. The crowds are still here, the celebrations are going on, and they'll go long into the night, I feel sure. There might be the odd pint sipped in the city tonight. There's a beaming manager down there, Willie Ormond. He's now waiting to talk to Brian Moore.
Willie Ormond, the man of the moment. You must have been proud of your side today, Willie.
Oh, I was very proud indeed. Very happy. For the team, and especially for these fans here, you know, they've deserved a break, and they got it today. I felt that we played a lot of good stuff, composed stuff. We didn't give England many chances. In fact, I felt in the second half they only won in the first minute and one in the last minute. And a good tackle by Tom Forsyth in the last minute saved the situation.
When you went a goal down, were you a bit worried?
No, I felt in the dugout that maybe it was a good thing in a way, because it just lifted our play a bit that we needed. Because we were being a wee bit casual in the middle of the field. And I felt we were giving the ball away for nothing at times, but we stepped up a little bit and we got the goal when it mattered, you know, and we went on from there. What aspect of it pleased you most today for Scotland? Oh, I think I thought the two central defenders, Forsyth and Jackson, plus McGrain, Archie Gemmell, you know, I thought they were fantastic. Well, really, you could name them all, really, because it was a team performance.
Willie, I've heard people say this is the best Scottish performance for the last decade.
I wouldn't agree this was the best performance. We had a lot of good performance previous to this, but it's the most satisfying one as far as I'm concerned.
Going to be hard to get your feet back on the ground again?
I think so. I think it will be.
Willie, very many congratulations for a marvellous performance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Willie.
So the score, I need to hardly tell you, 2-1 for Scotland, and we can have a look at these three goals now as we return to the studio.
Played nicely there. Look at McFarlane's run here. And a chance to cross it in again towards Shannon. Goal! Jackson up there, number 5, number 8, Don Masson, and he great with his corner. Floated in once more, and it's there! Scored by Masson! Long ball forward there, McFarlane versus Joe Jordan, and Jordan's got past him. Todd really coming back hard, and still he got it in there to Kenny Dalglish. Could be very interesting. Saved now! Between his legs a goal!
We've heard from the winning manager, Willie Ormond. Let's get a reaction now from Don Revie. Again, he's with Brian Moore.
Don, I gather Archie Gemmell's just come into the England dressing room and has said, what was it?
He thought we played really well in the second half. He said he thought the least we deserved was a draw. And I felt this. Personally, in the second half, I was quite pleased with the team's performance. Scotland had 1 or 2 chances early on. We got a good goal through Mick Channon. And then we had a defensive mistake by letting little Don Masson come in from the corner kick and score with a header. And then Ray Clements is really upset because it's very seldom he lets goals like they're winning.
Must have been once every 10 years he does that.
That's all. He said there's many, many times, and I've told him to forget all about that one, that goalkeepers let things like that in occasionally.
But knowing how professional you are, you can't be totally satisfied with that England performance today, presumably.
Well, he never satisfied with any performance, Brian. I think even if you're playing really well as a team and winning matches, you're always looking for improvement. But I felt when we lost Roy McFarlane and we lost Stuart Pearce in the first half, the second half, I thought that we possibly deserved the draw. as I say, never satisfied. I don't suppose will he be satisfied with his performance, but that's how football goes.
Yeah. But I mean, you've obviously got a lot of work to do now between now and Finland.
No, I don't think we should panic and start rocking the boat. I think we should just keep working on the same pattern, and these lads, at least the battling had a go, and I thought a little bit of pattern and shape there, and we were patient. And 1 or 2 little breaks, we might have snatched the draw, but we'll work in the three matches in America, and then try and get right for Finland.
Good. Let's hope it does go right for Finland, Don. Thanks very much for coming out.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Don.